Blessings everyone. Welcome po muli sa ating daily devotions. And I think we will be ending our reflection on Psalm chapter 5 today. Right? So maaaring wala tayong devotion tomorrow. But I think that is more than enough that we have looked into Psalm chapter 5. Sabi natin po, ang Psalm chapter 5 is a song about discouragement. Sinulat ito ni David nung panahon na meron siyang mga kalaban o mga kaaway na nakapaligid sa kanya, and they are desiring him to be harmed. In fact, sabi nga natin, mukhang gusto nilang mamatay si David or to inflict harm to the point of killing David. Pero as we have said, itong awit na ito na sinulat ni David at dapat saliwan o ng tugtog using the flute, at sabi natin hindi naman gumagamit ng flauta si David. In fact, he is known to be one who uses the harp or a string instrument, right? So ito ay panaghoy, but we said we can find 5 confidences sa awit na ito. And so let's recap itong mga confidences na ito. So let me share with you my Bible. Nasa nga ba ang Bible? Okay, ito. So I hope you're seeing my Bible. Sabi natin, in a song of discouragement, it started with the confidence of God would regard the prayers of His people. Nakita natin kung paano gano'n na lang ka-confidence si David na kahit ano nangyari at na pakiramdam niya, he is willing and he is honest, he is open to God to share his emotions. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Pakinggan po ninyo ang aking panaghoy, ang aking panalangin. Consider my groaning. I-consider po ninyo ang aking pong pag-iyak, hingi ng tulong. Give attention to the sound of my cry. He is saying the same thing over and over again, pero ibang paraan, amplifying ang kanyang dinadanas. And then he said, sa morning siya nananalangin kasi maaaring hindi siya mapagkatulog kagaya natin na pag may mga alalahanin, we wake up early in the morning, at si David, ang una-una yung ginagawa ay manalangin sa Panginoon Diyos. Pero we see the confidence in his prayer when he said, in the morning I prepare a sacrifice for you, I will pray, I will worship you, pero panunuurin ko po, I will watch ang paano katutugon. Saan nanggaling ang confidence niya? Sa kanyang malapit at mapagmahal na relasyon sa Diyos. Many times he has called God Lord, yung kanyang covenant-keeping name, Yahweh. He called God my King and my God. So meron siyang confidence talaga na i-regard, pakikinggan, at bibigyan ng pansin ng Diyos sa kanyang panalangin. Verse 4 to 6, we saw a turn na ang kanyang confidence ay hindi lamang dahil tatanggapin o pakikinggan o re-regard ng Panginoon sa kanyang panalangin, he also understands that God would reject the wicked, telling us na ang mga taong tumutugis sa kanya, maaaring wicked. You are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil may not dwell with you, sabi niya. The boastful shall not stand before your eyes. Hindi pwedeng tagalan, hindi pwedeng tiisin ng Panginoon ang mga wicked because He is holy. You hate all evildoers, He said. You destroy those who speak lies. Ayaw ng Diyos ang sinungaling, telling us that these people are those who are slandering the character of David. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. Sabi natin sa puntong ito, parang kailangan natin maging careful na bakit sinasabi dito na confidence ito na i-reject ng Diyos ang wicked, samantalang si David hindi naman niya pwedeng sabihin na wala siyang kasalanan. And we know that. Why is this confidence? Kasi sa susunod verses 7 to 8, a quick transition again, a quick contrast. But I, sabi natin sa original language, emphatic possession yung personal pronoun. Ako po, ako. Alam niya na tatanggapin siya ng Panginoon Diyos, that God would receive His people. And we saw ang pagtanggap ng Panginoon sa kanya ay hindi dahil sa kanyang ginawa at gagawin o kung sino man siya. Ito ay nakaangkla sa pag-ibig na dalisay, mayamang pag-ibig at tapat na pag-ibig ng Panginoon Diyos. But I, through the abundance of your steadfast love, will enter your house, David said. I will bow down toward your holy temple in the fear of you. We said this is a beautiful picture of what we read sa New Testament. Na we love God because He first loved us. Dahil sa abundance ng steadfast love ng Panginoon Diyos, ng hesed ng Panginoon Diyos, kaya si David sumasamba, kaya si David umiibig sa Panginoon Diyos. In the fear of you, reverence for you. Fear of you can also be translated as love for God. And so, before we say na si David ay nagpapaimbabaw at kapareho lang din siya ng wicked, nakita sa verse 8, nanalangin siya na tulungan siya na hindi sundan ang yapak ng mga taong tumutugi sa kanya. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Sabi ng awit na ito, hinihiling ng ni David, pinapadalangin ni David sa Panginoon Diyos na huwag niyang hayaan na gayahin niya ang mga bagay na ginagawa sa kanya ng mga kaaway niya. Kasi alam niya ang tendency niya. And kahit tayo rin po, alam natin ang tendencies natin when we are being persecuted, being slandered, right? Kung may mga sinasabing masama sa atin o may pinag-isipan tayo na masama ng ibang tao. And so this is a beautiful way to pray. At sabi natin na alam ko po, na-mention natin siguro mga 2 days ago, na nakatulong patuloy ang persecution ng mga taong ito kasi it led David to embrace God's love. It led David to continue on praying unto God. At nakita niya, hindi niya dapat kalimutan ang paghingi ng tulong sa Panginoon Diyos na tulungan siya sa kanyang pamumuhay. Verse 9, before we quickly forget, kailangan sabihin muli ni David ang kalagayan ng mga wicked people. Sabi niya, i-describe niya mga tao ito, for there is no truth in their mouth. Walang firmness, walang steadfastness, hindi reliable ang mga pangungusap ng galing sa kanila. Yung kanilang puso, their inmost self is destruction. Wala silang naisip, pinaplano, nais gawin, kundi ang i-destroy. This time, sa kontekstong ito, si David. Their throat is an open grave. They want David to be dead. Ang kanilang lalamunan ay parang bukas na libingan kasi gusto nilang pumatay. They flatter with their tongue. Sabi natin yung word na flatter ay parang pag-smoothen ng isang panig lamang ng isang road para takpan yung kabila. So telling us yung flattery ng mga kaaway na ito o ng mga wicked people ay yung pagsasabi sa inyo ng isang anggulo lamang at hindi pinapakitang totohanan para gawin nila, para maakay nila ang mga kinakausap nila into believing the truth that they want to fabricate. Sabi ni David, ito mga taong ito. And so, nakita natin ang panalangin ni David, make them bear their guilt. Si David po ang hari. But he asked the King of Kings. Hindi niya pwedeng sabihin, guilty kayo. He could do that because he's the king. But he asked God, kayo na pong bahala, make them bear their guilt, O God. Parang sinasabi ni David, sa inyo na po ito. Let them fall by their own counsels because of the abundance of their transgressions. Cast them out, for they have rebelled against you. Sabi natin kung paanong ang mga ang umiibig sa Diyos ay malapit sa Panginoong Diyos. Yun naman may abundance ng transgressions ang ilalayo ng Diyos sa kanyang harapan. Now, verse 11 to 12 is where we will be focusing on today. I know, kailangan natin basahin yung mga naunang talata eh. This is how this prayer ends. Nakita natin ang confidence na ito ni David ay nakaangkla po sa katotohanan na ang Panginoong Diyos tatanggapin ang kanyang mga hinirang, right? He would receive his people. Alam niya na God would reject the wicked. Or regards the prayers of his people, he would reject the wicked. He receives his people. He reprehends or disapproves the wicked. 11 to 12, we would hear, God rejoices His people. Sabi niya, teka, parang mali ang grammar. Well, bear with me. Sabi sa verse 11, but let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Again, in contrast to the wicked whom God disapproves, na ayaw ng Diyos, nire-reject niya, the righteous rejoice. Literally, God rejoices them. Or ibig sabihin, God made to rejoice these people as they trust Him. Right? So, bibigyan ng kaligayahan ng Diyos, ng joy ng Diyos ang mga taong ito. Instead of running from God like the wicked, those who go against God, those who run to God for protection, those who turn to God in difficult times, they are the ones whom God would rejoice. Mararanasan nila ang kaligayahan, ang kagalakan na nagmumula sa ating Panginoon Diyos. So, dapat nating paalahan ang ating mga sarili. If you're someone who is rebellious to God, if you're someone who are rebellious to God's word, di ba? Kailangan natin maunawaan, ito po ang panahon pa, habang may panahon pa para tigilan ito, humingi ng tawad at magbalik loob sa Panginoon Diyos. Because God perfectly hates the wicked and He would eventually soon judge them. But if you turn to God, you will receive mercy, and that is a joyful thing, right? You would be able to rejoice in Him instead of facing His judgment. It would lead you to sing. Sabing gano'n ni David dito, sabi niya, let them ever sing for joy, but let all who take refuge in you rejoice, but let them ever sing for joy. This is repeated shouts of joy, hindi lang basta isang awitin lang, repeated shouts of joy. The blessing of taking refuge in the Lord, ang pagpapala po ng lalapit sa Diyos sa panahon ng pigati at pagsubok para maging kublihan, ay makikita natin na magkakaroon tayo ng pagkakataon makita kung paano dapat tayong patuloy na magpasalamat sa Kanya. We would look at Him, we would see how beautiful He is, we would see how He is someone who can be trusted, and then we would thank Him forever. Right? Let them ever sing for joy. Nagpatuloy si David. And spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may exult in you. Instead of being the object of God's hatred and rejection, kagaya nung nakita natin sa mga wicked, by His grace, we will rejoice in the salvation and protection that can only be found in God. God's blessing upon your life, and to have that intimate, loving relationship with Him. Yun ang pinakamahusay na blessing. Dapat po, wag nating i-miss ito. By nature, apart from God moving, we hate God. We reject God. But in His grace, while we were enemies, while we were dead in our trespasses, while we were waving at fists at Him, because of His sovereign, steadfast, conquering love, He caused us to love Him sa biyaya po niya. Dahil siyang unang umibig sa atin, tayo ngayon naging mangingibig ng ating Panginoon Diyos. I love God. I love His Word. I love His church. But on my own, I cannot do that. We cannot do that on our own. Thus, we glorify in Him. Thus, we exalt Him. Ito ang tinuturo sa atin ng mga talatang ito. Enabling us to believe Him, enabling us to live for Him, enabling us to love Him. We now go to the last verse. For you bless the righteous, O Lord, you cover him with favor as with shield. Ano yung sabihin nun? Ito'y image pa rin po ng pagpapala, ng favor, ng protection na galing sa Diyos. Si David, sabi niya, wala nang ibang lugar ng pagpapala kundi sa lugar kung saan nandoon ang Diyos. Instead of someone who would be cast out, kung ikay wicked, instead of someone whom God hates, kung ikaw ay wicked at ayaw sa Panginoon Diyos, de-destroy ng Diyos, isa-scatter ng Diyos, you can be a person whom God covers with His favor, whom God protects. Again, alam natin ang protection na to hindi po garantisado na hindi tayo makakaranas ng mga hirap at bighati. No, it's just protection by God na kahit anong mangyari, we would persevere. That even in the midst of danger, even in the midst of opposition, at napakarami niyan, lalo pag nais nyong papurihan ng Diyos, lalo nais nyong sundin ang salita ng Diyos, there will be opposition, but there will be protection, there will be preservation. Believers, genuine followers of God can confidently come to God for protection at bibigyan tayo ng protection. At hindi lang po yun, bibigyan tayo ng kagalakan ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Napansin natin, David closes this song with his eyes turned toward the Lord and away from the sources of his discouragements. Right? Nagsimula siyang ibigay ang burden niya, morning burdens if we would say that. At anong nangyari? Yung kanyang discouragement parang naglaho. Hindi nawala pero naglaho, parang hindi na siya ganun kabigat. The song started out with a plea, with petitions, with prayers. Ngayon, nag-e-end siya with a promise. Anong pangako? That God will bless the one who looks for him for protection. Paano? He will do this by giving him favor, sabi ng verse 12, and by providing him with his large, protective, spiritual shield. Up with the shield, out with the discouragement. Right? Napakabuti ng Panginoon Diyos kay David at napakabuti po ng Diyos sa mananampalataya sa Kanya. Always remember, dear ones, ano man pong discouragement ang ating pinagdaanan, we can have these 5 confidences. We can have confidence that God regards the prayer of His people, that God rejects the wicked, God receives His people, and God reprimands the wicked, and God rejoices those who love Him. As we meet the Lord day after day, at sana sa morning pa lang, pag manalangin kaagad tayo, pray that you would overcome discouragement and follow the guidelines of Psalm chapter 5. Describe your attitude. Be honest with the Lord when you are deeply hurt. Alalahanin natin ang attributes, ang character ng ating Panginoong Diyos. Hilingin natin sa Panginoon Diyos na napakaraming opportunities upang sa ganun tayo ay sumunod at isabuhay ang Kanyang salita. I-remind mo ang sarili mo na ang Panginoong Diyos ang ating kublihan, ang ating tagapagtanggol. Alalahanin ang napakaraming pangako ng Panginoong Diyos. Saan makita? Sa salita niya. Ang dalangin ko po mga kapatid, nakabigay ng encouragement sa atin ang pag-reflect natin sa psalm na ito. Right? And I pray that as we go to maybe another psalm next week, ay magiging encouragement po sa atin lahat ang salita ng Diyos. Salamat po muli sa inyo and I pray that this was helpful. Manalangin tayo. Panginoon, marami pong salamat sa awit na ito. It started with a plea, it started with prayer and petition, it's now ending with a promise. Salamat na marami, Panginoon Diyos, that in difficult situations, in discouraging times, we can be honest with how we feel and come to you knowing that you receive and regard the prayers and your people themselves, and that the wicked people around us and the wicked system around us, you reject, Lord. May hangganan po ang mga ito. At salamat na marami pong muli, Panginoon Diyos, sa katotohanan na you are the source of encouragement. May you be enough and more than enough for us to persevere and for us to keep on keeping on hanggang kami po ay kunin ninyo o magbalik kayo para sa amin. Maraming salamat po sa buong linggong ito. Papurihan niyo po yung sarili sa araw na ito and we just want to honor you and praise you. Maraming pong salamat sa pangalan mo, Jesus. Amen. Thank you po for joining me. I was blessed in sharing with you some details about Psalm chapter 5. See you all next week and God bless you po.